My guest today is an 11-time Emmy-losing late-night host, a comedian so reviled by the current administration that the president has threatened to fine Comcast over his show's existence. Please welcome Seth Meyers, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God! I would only let an old friend give me an intro
I was
like that,
I'm going to sneak this in.
I'm so glad you did.
In all seriousness, congratulations on 12 seasons. This is so
Thank
exciting.
you. I'm hoping maybe one more, maybe have another Emmy lost me.
Well, we're going to get to that in a second.
Okay,
You do have an Emmy nominations. It's very exciting.
Okay.
So first, I do want to talk about hallmark of the show, A Closer Look. I had the privilege of working on this segment for almost 4 years as a photo researcher. People really love this. I wake up at 3 a.m. and I watch the previous nights every morning when I get ready still.
Thank you.
And it keeps me up to date. You do a really great deep dive. It's smart, it's funny, into a current political topic of the day.
Yes.
So something interesting I found very interesting. Jay Leno recently said he doesn't know why late night hosts would cozy up one way or the other. Meanwhile, a longtime collaborator of yours, I think you have a comedy residency with John Oliver.
Yes, I do.
Yes, he said that his deep dive segments on Last Week Tonight are the point of having a show at all. I was wondering what you see as the point of your job of Late Night with Seth Meyers.
Well, I mean, it's interesting. First of all, I think you have to figure out, like, what's the best version of a late night show that I'm the host of. And, you know, it took us a while. Like, you know, you were here in the beginning. A Closer Look was not a part of this show. And then we sort of, like, I don't know, put our toe in the water of trying to do something that filled up a little bit more time, as opposed to just doing sort of a, you know, a desk comedy, as we would call it, that would be, you know, fitting for any era of late night. And the more we did stuff that had my point of view, I feel like the more the audience responded to the show. I think audiences these days have a real sense of whether someone's being inauthentic. So ultimately, I think it's not really about, like, are people taking one side or the other? They just want to know, like, are you taking positions you believe in, as opposed to positions that have been handed down from you up high? And I think our viewers tune in every night, and, you know, whether they do or don't believe with where I land, I hope that they appreciate that there was a lot of integrity put into the work to get where we were.
Yes, and a lot of research, the work behind it that goes into it, I think people will be truly shocked to see.
Well, I'm glad you said you were a photo researcher, because I think, you know, again, A Closer Look is very much one guy at a desk, but it's amazing how many people work on just that part of the show, and I'm constantly in awe, because it's breaking so late in the day for us, and they don't have the turnaround time that you might think they do, because, again, when you're watching it at, you know, 12:30 at night, you're like, oh, that's something that happened in 1 in the afternoon. But the reality is, like, we're filming it only a couple hours after it happened. And so from graphics to research to, you know, the way the clip packages are strung together, editors, you know, sound engineers, it's really, it's a team effort.
It is, and it's, I will say from experience, the most stressful period of the day is like right after lunch till the show, but then you feel so good when it's done. And I do feel like it is educating people because it is so research-based,
yes,
fact-based. So I think it's just, I mean, I'm biased, but it is my favorite thing on late night TV.
Thank you very much.
So I love it very much. Something else I love, opposite end of the spectrum from A Closer Look, corrections.
Thank you.
This was recently nominated for an Emmy, so congratulations.
Thank you very
I think
much.
this is the one. I think this is the one that's going to take it home.
I mean, if I don't get it this year, I don't know what we're even doing. Academy.
Yeah, come on,
What kind
Academy.
of academy are you?
What is this?
Yeah.
Prep school vibes? Come on.
I know, it's totally.
Out
Yeah,
here.
there's a bunch of bullies. It's a bully academy. But
It's
okay.
a bully academy.
The good thing about corrections is it's not about the awards, although it wouldn't kill me.
It's an honor just to be nominated.
It's an honor just to be nominated. But it's so fun because it is really sort of this, like, viewer-sourced part of our show, which is it's literally just the corrections that people leave in the YouTube comments about what I got wrong in the week. And then it's become just sort of this recurring world-building segment where I feel like people who watch the show know more about our crew, you know, they know more about our writers, and it is fun to take a format late night, which doesn't really have recurring characters, and yet build it into, you know, a long-running, well, it's like a long-running soap opera.
It is.
Yeah.
Because it started out during COVID when you were in here by yourself.
Yeah.
And I believe a man commented on YouTube that you said Legos and it should be Lego bricks.
Yeah, you're
And you
not
did
supposed
like
to say Legos.
No, Lego bricks
Yeah,
specifically.
and if you're somebody who cares about that, you're not supposed to go outside. You're not meant to be with the rest of us.
A very, very good point.
Yeah.
Something I don't know if people do realize, and I've been fortunate enough to sit in for one of these last year or last summer I got to, it's an empty room. It's only your crew and your staff, and you kind of tailor things to make them laugh specifically.
I think it's fun to watch something where people are laughing and you don't get the context, but you do know it was a good joke because there's a lot of jokes where they don't laugh at all. So, like, I feel like I mean, again, the crew laughs the most when I tell jokes about them, so I do lean into it. But It's fun, and I will say, like, you got to come back to another corrections because it's filling up a little bit. I think word got out amongst the staff that it's a fun way to end a week.
We're gonna need an audience coordinator just for that.
Totally, 100%.
Bouncer at the door, get Jim and John blocking people from getting in. I do love that so much. Okay, so in the spirit of corrections, for the fans and for the jackals.
Okay.
All right. Well, that was the wrong pivot, Seth.
Okay.
I want to bring up first, you have a podcast with your brother Josh.
I do.
Family Trips with the Myers Brothers.
Yes.
Okay, so combining that with the jackals.
Oh, interesting.
So you're gonna be driving on a road trip.
Okay.
You have a 5-seat car. You have to fill it up with 4 crew members or staff members. Here are what we need. You need a co-pilot.
Okay.
You need someone in charge of making a travel itinerary.
Okay.
You need someone in charge of bringing snacks.
Okay.
And you need someone to control the aux cord on this trip.
The
this
aux
road trip.
cord?
Yeah, the aux cord. Like they're gonna play the music. They're the DJ from the backseat.
Aux cord?
Yes.
Is this a Philly thing?
No.
It's because it sounds like the most Philly thing. Aux cord.
The aux cord. It kind of does.
Cord. When somebody
The
from Philly
accent
said
really
aux cord, I'm like, is that one of your weird sandwiches? Oh, you gotta get aux cord with cheese. All right. All right, so I'll let Jeremiah do music.
Okay. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
music
All right,
coordinator,
yes. All right,
and then I mean we'll probably last like a mile where I'm like I don't want somebody take the aux cord away from Jeremiah. I mean I'll have Baze as a co-pilot.
Okay.
You know,
I would trust his
yeah,
navigation.
Best joke writer in the game.
Yeah.
I want Scollins ahead of the car running as fast as he can while we run him over.
Perfect.
That wasn't one. Snacks. Let's see, snacks. Who do I want on snacks?
It's important.
What's that?
It's important.
Yeah, I feel like Kenny would probably be able to get some weird snacks.
Okay.
Like Kenny's got like a weird snack hookup where it's all like, you know, it's not like Fritos, it's like Frodo's. Yeah. And they like fell off the back of a truck.
But they're good. They're usually still tasty.
They're good. Or they're not good, but he's like, they're good, right? And you're like, yeah.
Okay.
He's like, why aren't you eating them? And I'm like, all right. What was the last one?
Someone to make a trip itinerary.
Trip itinerary. I mean, look, I'll put my full faith in Mike Shoemaker. I feel like he's been doing itinerary for me for a long time. So,
Okay,
yeah.
I would trust Shu on the itinerary as well.
Okay.
Great choice. Okay, you've got a few stand-up comedy specials.
Yeah.
So enjoyable, and they're different than what we see on your show because you talk a lot about your family.
I do.
You're a dad of 3 very adorable kids with your very smart and beautiful wife, Alexi. So very, very sweet family. And you said that recently you introduced your kids to The Sandlot, the movie.
Yes.
Which is so cool, and I mean a hallmark of like 90s kids. And,
Yes.
You know. So I was wondering if there's something else. It can be a movie, it can be a musical artist, it can be a place that you're excited to introduce your kids to in the next 5 years, and then further down the road, maybe 10 or 15 years when they're a little older.
Gotcha. I'm hoping next 5 years the Beastie Boys finally like takes with my sons. I want them to be Beastie Boys fans because they, you know, they're growing up in Manhattan, and that's like a great sort of you know, Manhattan band. And I'm like, this is gonna be cool. You're gonna like look at their album art and be like, oh, this is, and they're just gonna make the connections. And then 5 years after that, I think Monty Python and the Holy Grail is next up.
Yeah, okay.
And then like then the 5 years after that, you know, it's time for them to get jobs because they can't just like be freeloaders their whole life.
No, they got to pay the rent too.
Yeah,
Come on. Seth, to wrap things up, I don't know who said this, and like I do a lot of research for these. This has been since I left 6 years ago, like a dream interview for me to sit here and interview you.
I'm so happy.
I'm so happy this finally happened, but this is not something I found in my research. My mom and I saw this years ago on TV, and I don't know, I think it was a woman, a former SNL cast member, who said that when you were the head writer at SNL, it was such a great environment because you were so supportive of everyone. You were quick to laugh at jokes. You were quick to encourage sketches, even if they needed some tweaking. And you weren't ruling with an iron fist. Like, it felt very collaborative and very welcoming. And working here, always had that sense from you, from Shu, from every person on staff. It's such a wonderful crew. I was wondering, looking back at your career and even your education, was there either a leader or a mentor or a teacher you had who kind of inspired the way that you have become a leader?
Well, look, you know, I mentioned Shoemaker, and I was really lucky, to watch the way he was a leader at SNL. And then Amy Poehler was somebody else who, you know, is just an incredibly giving laugher and also a great collaborator. But in general, like, I always found, before I was in comedy, I liked laughing at funny comedians. So, like, when I was in the room with them, like, the worst choice you could make was all of a sudden, like, make it competitive. Like, I just got to laugh at, you know, Will Forte, Kristen Wiig, Bill Hader. Like, I just got to laugh at them on Tuesday, knowing that everybody else would laugh at them on Saturday. And so look, this entire journey for me, like I can't believe how many years I've been in this building getting to like live my dream job. So to be supportive is like the easiest thing in the world.
Well, I'm so happy this got to happen today, Seth.
So happy you're
Oh my
here.
gosh, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on
you.
season 12. Congratulations on the Emmy. I'm sorry for the little roast. Off camera, I said, Seth, can I roast you just a little bit?
And it's okay.
And
And
you did
this
say
is,
okay.
to surprise you, we did get you an aux cord. Do we have the golden aux cord for?
Come down, road trip to Philly.
Road
give you the
trip to
aux
Philly,
cord.
we'll give you the aux
Seth,
cord.
thank you so much. Can I give you a hug? Oh my
Yes,
gosh,
yes,
okay.
yes.
Over the desk. Thank you, you're the best. What a dream.
My
oh my
wife
gosh.
only lets me hug girls over the desk. Thank you,
Thank you,
Sheila.
Seth. You're the best.